Hi everybody, it's Mark the Family Woodworker. This week we install some decorative post wraps. We recently moved to a new home and it came with basic white columns on the front gable. We thought some stone accents would look better at our front entrance. We found a product at Menards, which is a Midwest home improvement store, but you can also buy the product direct from the USA-based manufacturer. Antico Elements features a number of stone and brick veneer solutions for interior and exterior applications, but we really like the post wraps for our project. It's easy to match the column style with the post caps, and you can even buy samples from their website if you want to see them in advance. We didn't really care for the vinyl veneer products as they were too floppy. Stone veneer was about twice the cost, and I didn't own the cutting tools that I might need for those products to do any trimming. But these polyurethane panels from Antico Elements looked pretty great right out of the box. They were well packaged and had some dense rigidity I wasn't expecting to find in a faux panel. The finger joints fit together well, and the column caps were a good accent color to the stone color we chose. Putting a couple panels together and trying out the cap, we got a good look at what it might look like on the front porch. One of the things mentioned in the installation instructions is to add some UV protection to the panels if they're going to be used outdoors. Though not sponsored by Midwax, we chose their spar urethane because it does contain some UV protection. And we chose a satin finish so it wouldn't be too glossy on the panel. Ultimately, we added 2 coats to the panels and caps. While the panels are pretty rigid, they still need some sort of base to attach to. The manufacturer indicates that for the 19-inch post wraps that we purchased, a 15 7/8 inch box frame is recommended for the interior of the post wrap. I had some beat up cedar we salvaged from the decking we replaced, but you could use any moisture resistant or pressure treated material for the interior frame. I also built a simple jig to help me assemble exact duplicates of each frame, and this worked out great. Essentially, my stop blocks on the jig were set up to center around a 4-inch treated post, which is 3.5 inches in actual dimension. I wound up using 2-inch exterior deck screws for the assembly. Again, a little overkill on the construction, but they will be strong joints. Also, for the bottoms of each post frame, I'm hot gluing in some fiberglass screening across the bottom to help keep the bugs out of the inside of the column. The stone wrap will sit on an upgraded composite deck, but with gaps between the boards. The screen will help keep the nasties from making a new home inside the column. When you look at the panels, you'll notice that one end of each panel will be stamped with the letter A or B. This keeps the panels sorted if you buy multiple sets, and all panels need to be assembled with the letter side facing up the same way. We also use polyurethane construction adhesive to secure the joints. The test fitting actually went really well and looks great, but it helps to have a 2-foot clamp to hold these panels together while you add some screws to make the connection permanent. And these are exterior rated deck screws to just help pin the finger joints together. Now with our support frames wrapped around the post, it's time to secure them with additional deck screws. And the frames have been attached to the post so that they sit just inside and below the height of the post wrap. Again, more polyurethane construction adhesive on the finger joints. And we'll just clamp them to squeeze the joints together and then add those additional small-headed deck screws to pin the joint together. And then finally, a couple more of those small-headed deck screws to secure the post wrap to the frame. The last step is really to fit the post cap. And because we ordered this as a single piece, it needed to be measured specifically for the diameter of post we were working with, and then cut out on center. And by using the bandsaw blade, it's such a thin cut that it fits together well without even seeing the seam. It actually looks really great on the column. We don't show it on camera, but we wound up using the same polyurethane construction adhesive to assemble the seam and glue the cap to the top of the column. It's really rock solid. The only additional trim that we're going to need is on the top of the cap around the column. This project turned out to be amazingly easy, and the result was beautiful. It really does dress up the front entranceway to the home. Now, in terms of a summary, let's talk about difficulty first. In the grand scheme of things, when it comes to woodworking, this was a really easy project. Basic woodworking tools, and you can get this project done. In terms of cost, all 3 posts and caps, plus a couple of extra materials, were around $1,000. And in terms of the satisfaction level, 2 huge thumbs up. It really looks great. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Come on back for some more videos. Take care.